That's really what it comes down to. You know, how long is this going to last for us? Let me just do that again. Hold on, need to open up a new chart. Sorry about that. Okay. Let me bring up another chart. All right. So, how do you see, recognize we reached the bottom? What are the patterns? So we know it's time to invest. That's a more challenging question. The what it's going to look like is most likely a V shape. But here, let me show you. If we go back, let me go. Okay. So here, up here, let's go back further. Hold on, I'll show you. Weekly, let's go. There we go. Okay, so this is a monthly chart. So if we go back, say, here is 2007, market came down, 2008, drives down. Basically, this V shape is what it looks like. It's very rapid. It's, down, and then some point something happens and it pushes it back up. And you can see since that drop here, it's gone straight up. This was where, this was the previous crash, 2000 crash, the tech bubble, and this was the financial crash with the toxic assets, and now we have the corona crash, which is down here. So this could, go down to here. It sounds crazy, but this particular situation is not going away. Not going to go away quickly. When it does, though, there'll be typically a V shape, but it's hard to say. It's very hard to say. I think that best to trade the market that's in front of you. Right now, the market is in a bear market, so that's a downward. It's clearly pulled back from its highs enough to be called a bear market. So let's go to daily. So when we look at this and we see, so you remember this is the high right here, and that was February, like February 20th, right? February, mid-February. From there, it's dropped down to here. Huge drop. So I think that if you're uncomfortable or you're untrained for this kind of market to trade downward, it could be something you sit out of. That being said, the most money is made when the market's falling down. For a trader that knows how to trade it. Because look, I would have had to wait here. If I was a long trader, I would have had to wait 2018 to get all the way up here. In the span of days, a month, have picked up money from this drop. See how quickly it drops? It's like, years to get up there, but it drops drastically, and that's what happens in crashes. So I think it's really figuring out, are you in a position where you can trade and you could trade this kind of market, this volatile market? It can be extremely profitable if you're trade managing. What does that mean? That means, if we look at a stock, can someone give me a stock they want to look at? And I'll explain maybe a little bit with the picture. Anybody got a stock? Oh, I don't know about Tesla, my friend. You still have a little bit of that left? So no comment. So no room to all. Good. So Tesla, again, we have a situation where, Tesla was this price, where was it? Here, 373. So we go like this. So Tesla was, basically somewhere around there. So Tesla, back, let's see, so December, is that December? Yep, December. So December 10th, December area was, in this range, 350. And it went on a tear, and, this, almost reached 1,000, and then it tested it again, and then it failed, and then it went down here, and then it tried to make a run again. And when this virus hit, it was punished really bad, and, it was at, 800 range, and then it's 376 in the span of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, about 12 trading days, which is about just under 3 weeks. So a lot of money can be lost if you're just sitting and waiting. It can be extremely painful to wait it out. It's what do you do? What do you do with a Tesla? Tesla doesn't make a lot of money. It's a very high price stock. The multiple's huge. Everyone's being told to stay at home and not work right now. So it'll be difficult to say, when's a good time to reapproach Tesla. I'm sure, people will probably jump in close to around this range because it was there way back when. But it's hard to say what this company is going to do or how long it's going to take. So cannabis is, another one. It's relatively new to the market, really. So cannabis, again, is being punished. Anything that doesn't produce earnings and is not completely debilitated from this virus is going to get killed. So unfortunately for the airlines, their earnings are actually not bad. It's that they're not flying. Like I'm waiting for the day that they say commercial flying is done. Only specific types of flights. I could see FedEx, for delivery, Amazon for delivery. Those guys will be allowed, I think, to continue the process of delivery. But there's more days coming with this challenge. It's not. I think this is more of a beginning than an end. So there's going to be massive unemployment in the United States. That's going to happen. Canada too. So because everyone's being told to stay at home. So layoffs, massive layoffs in restaurants in the United States. They announced, they anticipate, and some companies have already said they're laying off, massive amounts of people. So they also, many states, and I'm sure this is going to happen in Canada, are saying, deferring or giving grace periods for mortgage payments, for rent. People are being told, don't evict anybody, because if you're not going to work, you're not going to be able to pay your rent. So this is pretty serious situation. The good news is obviously, I mean, there's another end to this. I'm sure they're gonna get a what do you call it? What's the cure called? What's it called again? What's that called again? I just lost my vaccine. Yeah. The vaccine just lost it. The vaccine, at some time, but that could take months. I mean, it could, so, the stock market hasn't been closed, but they did tell the floor traders that they can't come into work Monday. So it's going to be completely electronic. The whole thing's going to be run electronically. So that's going to be interesting to see what how that plays out. Very interesting to see how that plays out. So, if they shut down the market, that would be extremely serious, and I think it would create panic. They don't want to do that. I think that would make everyone really, really nervous. So most of the trading is done electronically, anyways. But that's major. Nobody's going to be there on the floor. Very essentials, I'm sure, will be there to run the market. So that happens, I believe, Monday. So we'll see what the market does tomorrow and today. What would be the difference between real trading and AI? What do you expect? Oh no, it's basically run that way anyways. Algorithms are running it. Trade is all electronic now. It's machines doing it. There's some minor stuff that's done by people, but most of it's done that way anyways. So that electronic trading, high frequency trading is in the market, embedded in the market. I expect from the market, as it's been doing, big swings. So as an example, so today was a pretty big down day. It wouldn't be shocking to me if tomorrow the market's up. So after a down day, the market likes to pull back in. So it wouldn't shock me at all. Tomorrow we come in and the market goes up, 600, 800 points. Could even hit 1,000. I don't know if it'll go that high, but who knows, right? So when you look at this is here. So when we're looking at the market here, the market, came down all the way down here. This is, it ended down and then came back up at the end, partly because they announced a bill in the United States for $1 billion, I think, was for sick paid leave for employees. The EU, the European Bank also said that they were putting some stimulus in. So those things help the market recover. But you can see, the problem here. So this is, so here we go. So this was Wednesday. This is Tuesday, Monday. So Monday, you can see the market went down a lot. And then we see that the market went up, recovered some of it. But just so you know, the market closed right here. Oops, my apologies. The market closed right here and went all the way down here. Okay, so it went all the way down. And then this candle represents Tuesday, which got about half of it back of this big, big move. So when it went up, you can see that the market dove down and came back up and got about to half again and then started to charge down. So it's not crazy to think that the market's going to maybe bring some of that back, get some of this back tomorrow. Again, this is all speculation. I mean, nobody can say for sure. The point being is that the market goes up and down rapidly, and if you're not trade managing, you're gonna get hurt in this market. So, as an example, and I'm not telling anybody to do this as a strategy. I'm just explaining as an example of this kind of volatility in a market. So when a market, type of market, if the market goes up, okay, so it goes up, that's when you find your shorts, okay, your shorts, okay, and when the market